I want you to imagine that you buy a Louis Vuitton bag and then you find out it's fake. Or you get tickets to the Taylor Swift concert and you can't even get in the door. These are problems that happen often due to counterfeit goods. Now I want you to think about that, how it comes when AI gets involved and you start to accelerate the rate at which these things take place and the quality, being able to differentiate what is real versus what is fake. My name is Jonathan G. Blanco, and I'm the founder and CEO of Niftmint. We tokenize products for brands, and we have that take place on their existing e-commerce platform. So AI has been catalyzing innovation. You'd have to have been asleep for a couple years to not recognize this. Everything from using generative AI for your text and copywriting needs to image designs. A lot of artists and creators are afraid of this. Music and audio. The Weeknd and Drake had a song, or a fake song, that actually got submitted for a Grammy. Video and film, gaming is rapidly accelerating, and even just how we're being presented to in advertising. Now, when we think about this, what does it really come down to? When you interact with a brand, it's all about trust, right? Ultimately, your trust lies within how you interact with the brands. And so consumers trust these brands. The brands are, in fact, the point of origin, and that's how we need to think about this moving forward. So let's talk about commerce for a second. Commerce is a $6.3 trillion market just on the e-commerce side of it. And what you might not be aware of is $1.7 trillion are actually in counterfeit goods. And so these are things like counterfeit products. You go to a fake website, you have a fake warranty, you have a counterfeit type of experience. So this was just in the New York Times, and this rise of fake handbags. Fake handbags can be everything from a real handbag from a luxury designer can everything from a couple $100s to thousands of dollars. Birkin bags goes for $20,000 and above. So as we'd mentioned, AI rapidly accelerates this problem. And so if you don't know what is real and what is fake, that means you don't know where it was created or where that point of origin came from. So everybody in here knows what provenance means, right? The origination of something. And that's something that we talk about a lot when it comes to blockchain, when it comes to tokenization, and when it comes to things like NFTs. Because actually what we're talking about is applying NFT technology, but applying it to a real world business use case. I'm a fan of NFTs. I think they're interesting, but I think that crypto trading into NFTs is the smallest market opportunity when it actually comes to how NFTs will be used. I believe that you'll have a tokenized digital version, AKA an NFT, of pretty much every physical product that you purchase into the future. So if you buy a pair of Nikes, you buy a new bag, even your consumables, you have a digital equivalent. And why would that be? Because when you tokenize something, essentially what you're doing is you're wrapping a layer of code around a content file. So when you wrap a layer of code around a content file, that means you can make it programmable. That means that you can put key information in there that's important to the marketer, that's important to the tech people, that's important to operations, everything from your authenticity to your warranties, to your service level information, the manufacturing details, and even marketing and loyalty type of behavior. So when we talk about AI accelerating this problem, again, who created it? What was the point of origin? So when you purchase a product from a brand, if you go directly to the brand, so if you walk into a designer retail store, you have trust that you purchased that product. Now you go to a third-party retailer, there's still trust because you trust that retailer. You purchase it anywhere else, how do you really start to know? And by the way, even in those two prior scenarios, there can still be counterfeit goods that take place there. So what needs to happen, and the reason why AI accelerates this need for tokenization, is you as a consumer and the brand need to be able to say, hey, we created this product. This originated from us. So if you purchase that high value item, you purchase a Rolex watch, you purchase some jewelry, or just frankly anything that you want to make sure that you purchase what you actually purchase, it comes with a digital twin that has been authenticated by the brand and that comes from their either wallet address or from their origination point overall. And so when you go to purchase a product, you only want to make sure that you purchase products that have the digital twin. When what I mean by that is that have the point of origin associated to it. Because if you have two different products and you say, hey, one has a digital twin with it that shows the authentication, that shows where it was created from, and the other one doesn't, which one do you all want? You want the one that has been authenticated, right? When you tokenize this information, you're able to have all these key elements in there overall. So I want to just end with this slide here, and I have a couple minutes for questions. But when we think about content and we think about the history of content, you know, we all talk about this switch from analog to digital. Analog being a piece of paper, and then digital was just magically this way where you could code things. I always like to say digital is honestly just analog on digital devices, because you're not programming at a digital level. You're typically programming at the product page or at the analog page, analog aspect, meaning, so when you're programming at the product page, at the checkout page, at the header, at a section of the app. By actually tokenizing, you're going a step ahead. So if you remember what I said a little while ago, you're essentially wrapping a layer of code around a content file, meaning the digital product itself is in fact programmable. So you're programming at that aspect of it. So when you talk about things like AI manipulating products, you know, could AI manipulate and create and start tokenizing products? It could, but there would be a point of origin. So you would know that the product originated outside of the brand or outside of the original originator of those types of content files. So again, you got to trust the origin and you got to prove the provenance. So my name is Jonathan G. Blanco. You can find me on Twitter at JGProduct. This is a little bit about my background. I've been working in retail commerce my entire life, literally grew up in the back of my parents' store. I've been working on early stage technology. And I have a company called Niftmint where we work particularly with brands and we help them implement these products and implement these aspects into what they do. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate it. And please come and talk to me later if you'd like to learn more. Thank you.